on gluing and tearing on.
No, it's not good.
Shabbat apply to disposable diapers. In what exception does the Magen Avraham provide for actions not intended to last?
Okay, so let's see how the Maimonides explains this halacha about the temporary stitching, gluing. Oh, David is here. Let's go, let's see.
Help her.
Столько читать этого.
Maimonides wrote.
Maimonides wrote, one who glues
Ten pamphlet, возьми один тоже.
papers or skins on Shabbat with the glue of scribes is considered as performing a derivative of the labor of sewing and is liable. Similarly, one who separates glued papers or skin on Shabbat and did not intend merely to destroy is considering as performing a derivative of the labor of tearing and is liable.
It's biblically liable.
Какой номер там?
Biblically liable.
And so rule Maran in Shulchan Aruch.
So hold on, you understood what you wrote or no? Huh? No? Read again. You don't have to understand from the first time. Read again. Hides. Hides it's called? Hides. Skin, the leather of the animal. Hides?
Yeah.
Okay? So Rambam writes Bechor.
What's the question?
So how the Maimonides, Rambam, looking at it? Looking at the concept of gluing, temporary time, long time. Says the Ravadia. Rambam wrote, one who glues papers and hides on Shabbat with the glue of scribes is considered as performing a derivative of the labor of sewing. Sewing? Sewing it's called? Sewing, he says. Maybe you have a lawyer over here.
Зашивай.
Is biblically liable. So Shabbat Bechor, I forgot your friend's name?
Yaakov.
Yaakov, yeah. Yaakov, John Shtoy. You have two Yaakov now, next to each other. Yaakov, listen to this. Shabbat, we have 39 laws that we're not allowed to do. Those 39 laws are the fathers. They have derivatives, children, that comes out of them. One of the derivatives that we have in the laws of sewing, what is sewing doing? Sheet, you take two things and put together.
Yes.
What is gluing does? Same thing. So because of that is the derivative of the father. Is the child of the father, called Tolada. So far so good. Gluing on Shabbat. Now you want to drink? You ready? Yaakov, Bechor, you ready for Shakol?
Oh.
בכבוד. ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהכל נהיה בדברו. So Rambam tells us that if a person taking papers and is gluing together, or he's taking hides, kosher, skin, and he is, maybe I should write letters, no? Leather, hides, it says. How do you say in English? Gluing hides or gluing leathers?
The leather is, I think, is already processed. Hide is unprocessed.
That's the difference? Okay, so probably,
I mean, I could be wrong there.
lawyer, what do you say?
I hear.
What a lawyer answer, you see? He's not taking sides. Or leathers or leather. Aboy say, help me with the English.
Does it make a difference for the law?
Hides or leathers? Probably no, it's not. But probably a person is going to put leathers gluing. It makes more sense.
If it makes no difference, I would put leather because it's more understanding.
Okay. On Shabbat with the glue of scribes, basically a strong glue.
Okay.
So says Rambam, you break Shabbat de Oraita. Rabbi Machikardam, you put glue, you glue two things together, the Narushos Shabbat Pator. You know, sometimes Yaakov, you have a grandchildren, your granddaughters, grandchildren, they behave good, you want to give them smile. Takoye sticker smile.
Yes.
Can you put this on their, they show you, Abba, Bovo, look, I got transcript, the best of the best.
Can do it.
On Shabbat, he shows it. Can you take it and say, this is a memory for you, for me? Abovo John.
It's temporary.
No, Bechor. These smiley stickers are not temporary.
No?
They are forever and ever. You unglued, you rip the paper. Shabbat, can you do this or no?
No.
Oh. If a person did that, says the Rambam, it's like smoking a cigarette in Shabbat, no difference. Один за сигарету курит, второй это сделал, одинаковый.
Putting it or removing it?
Gluing it together. That's considered to be derivative of stitching.
What if minors do that?
Even though you could take it out, no.
Even minors do it, it's a problem. But minors cannot break Shabbat on the higher level, the Rabbanan level. Yosef Efata.
3-year-old, 4-year-old doesn't understand.
No, if he doesn't understand, no problem. We're talking about people that understand. Torah was given to people that have da'at. If they don't have no da'at, there's no point. What's your question, Ari?
Even though I take out.
You're able to take out? Oh, so that's not a good sticker. We're talking about strong sticker. The one that goes one-way ticket. Goes in, doesn't come out. Not a round trip one. Got it? Very good. Strong. Continue. David read similarly.
You want crazy glue.
Okay.
You're on number 2, right?
Yeah, in the middle.
Similarly, one who separates glued papers or skins on Shabbat and did not intend merely to destroy is considered as performing a derivative of the labor of tearing and is liable.
Okay, so now we have another violation before separating gluing things. If you're not separating to destroy it, are you separating to work with it? For example, you right now, your shoes ripped. Back in the day, there is no made in China shoes. He ripped the garbage. Next. Like Bechor says, next. You rip, you have to fix it. Now you're looking around, where am I going to find the leather? Ah, you found leather next to another leather. Shabbat, you separated this leather from this leather, so you're going to fix this leather, your shoes. You didn't tear it and destroyed it. You tear it with intentions of improving it. Shabbat можно делать? Асу. Which level? Deoraita. Because you teared, glued thing, you separated for constructive purpose. Constructive на русском как ему сказать?
Строительство.
Почини.
Добро. Для хорошего этот результат. Got it? А? С пользой, да. Continue.
And so ruled Maran in the Shulchan Aruch. It would seem
Вот, все
therefore
мы поняли, что вы сказали, тяжело, все хорошо.
that also with these diapers, their attachment on Shabbat should be prohibited due to sewing,
Oh,
and their separation on Shabbat due to tearing.
oh.
However, the Magen Avraham wrote that if the pages of a book were glued during binding, it is permitted to separate the pages because the action was not done with the intention to last.
Ana.
Similar to what the Tur and the Shulchan Aruch ruled. A door of a pit tied with a rope, if it was made to last with the intention not to remove it on Shabbat, it is prohibited to untie and cut the rope on Shabbat. But if it was not made to last at all, it is permitted.
Ana.
For this reason, it is permitted to untie and remove a page placed in front of the oven from before
No,
Shabbat.
this page is a long word.
Placed before Shabbat and sealed with clay to preserve its heat, because it was not made to last.
Bechor, you printed Sidur Le'ilu Nishmat your father. The printer company, Bukharians print a lot of times Sidur Le'ilu Nishmat, правильно? It'll be better that they will print books that people will learn with them, because Sidurim there is Navalim. Yeshua Adin Sidur, Yeshua Adin Sidur, Yeshua Adin Sidur, or people make Sefer Torah. Dedesh Raftag Ba'olam Haba, Sefer Torah. Yonam Bazan, Sefer Torah Chkordori. There is yeshivot, you need to be paid. Kids don't go public school. You know, Bechor, I used to teach in Forest Hills, kids from public school. Maybe 10 of them I put in high level yeshiva.
Wow.
that black hats, maybe more, out of all the kids that I had. All of them that came to me said, Rabbi, I gotta talk to you privately. When they say this to me, Meir John, I already know what it privately means. Rabbi, now we're learning about Torah, about Jewish people, Goyish people, that you're not allowed to do things with the Goyish people. Rabbi, Spanish one, he says black one, he says Chinese one, he says another one, he says another one. All of them with the Goyim. All of them. Pach, pach. I asked them,
Что стало, я пропустил.
I asked them,
А говорит, не надо, Али.
why? They said, Rabbi, they are like flies. They come. Let's go. The school tells you where is the robberies, where is the everything. Bepul, возьми это сделай, чтобы она не забеременела. Bepul giving it to you. What do you want us to do? Она говорит давай, они говорят давай. Что мне делать? All of them. One time he passed the red line, уже стал green line. That's the rule. Bechorah, this kid. A lot of them patom have a hard time to get married. Why? Any girl they go out with, ani pajot. Why? They always compare it to the shtuyot that they used to do before with the goyim, with the goyot. So this person's father passed away. He's making rabbi sefar toy. $50,000. Davai. Ushol Vasya. Jonam, there's 20 Sefer Torah already in the Aron HaKodesh. Bekidar Kolay Sefer Torah. Your cousin's children going to public school sleeping with Goyot. Etzibel Ilu Nishmat, what we Papa Budget? Rabbi, Sefer Torah. Sefer Torah is a mitzvah. There is a bigger mitzvah, a bigger need that people need. Think about this $50,000. Sefer будет тебе 35-40 тысяч долларов стоит. Весь стол накрыт, принеси из Израиля, это все. 50 тысяч тебе минимум. Все, тебе это расход. Тебе это надо, 50 тысяч за это отдать. There's one guy in Bet Gabriel, his father passed away. He gave me, Rabbi, I want your advice about Sefer Torah. Takoi, sikoi. I told him my advice. At the end I told him, I think out of all the mitzvot you want to do, go to Chazak, go to other organizations that they care about these public school boys, take them out of public school. Take one boy, make lifetime tuition on my house. Think how much money is going to cost you? $1,000 a month, $50,000 you're going to give to right now to the Sefer Torah. 50 months, сколько лет это будет? 4.5, 5 years? This boy is going to learn yeshiva on your father's account. What's greater mitzvah? Sefer Torah, который Surat Buriam Tomemona? Or this boy is going to go 5 years to yeshiva. What's greater mitzvah? But сам скажи.
Послушал он нас.
Послушал. The seller was shocked. All of his brothers were shocked. What do you mean? Sefer Torah, Sefer Torah. He said, Rabbi told me, put kids in the yeshiva more important. And he listened. He gave $1,000 every month to a boy, go to yeshiva or public school. His father kaifuit b'ashamayim en olam haba for this big mitzvah. So now, Bechor, people bought sidurim. The sidur, the papers were glued. Mashinka Takansani, sometimes it's glued at the end, from the pressure, from whatever. Shabbat came. Bechor wants to open the sidur. Rabotai, vot, leilu nishmat bovom, bivim. I made sidur. He wants to open, Ibi. It's glued. Can you open it on Shabbat, Bechor?
No.
Huh?
No.
Why not?
Stick together to make it work.
I have news for you, Bechor.
Можно.
Oh. Why?
Изучать Тору.
No. Because whenever the machine pressed it together, was it meant that it should be glued?
No.
No. Rabbi, but the Rambam said that if you're separating two things that are glued, you break Shabbat. Rambam says if you separate two things that they are glued for the purpose to be glued together. Are you coming and you're separating on Shabbat? Problem. Are these printing papers of your Siddur, of Bovo Siddur, Leilu Nishmat, these papers are meant to be glued together?
Yes.
Or the meant, what yes? I'm talking about the side that of the siddur.
Yeah, that's supposed to be glued together.
No, it's not true. Give me a siddur, please. I'll go demonstrate it to you. Yeah, the edges. This part was
It's
glued.
supposed to be glued.
No, I didn't say this. That's why I told you bring siddur, because one picture worth 1,000 words, and one video worth 1,000 pictures. So if you have right now here, sometimes here, it's stuck together here.
Oh, good.
Not here.
Actual pages.
Not here.
Actual
Glued.
pages.
Yeah, the pages doesn't open.
I think
The company put one on top of each other, one on top of each other. Sometimes the pressure makes it stick together.
Yeah, okay.
Shabbat, can you tear it and open it or no?
Talk about the first book.
So says the Magen Avraham allowed. Shchel allowed. Rambam says separating gluing things is asur d'oraita. Liable, Korea. Says Rambam talking about when your intention was that is going to be
Together stay.
to stay. This was not meant to be stayed. This is meant to be separated. People can read from it. If it's going to be glued, how am I going to read from it? Yaakov Hamidim. Yaakov Guftim, Yaakov Omer. Mashiach Hamidi.
הלאה, משה.
Mashiach Omer.
Мы сейчас про Якова говорили. Яков зашел.
Continue.
А? И вы заходите.
Сидур. Наварам сидурим. Уже эти сидурим. Where to do so many сидурим?
У вас потенциал как Машиах.
That's why, Rabotai, Yosef John, whenever a person passed away, do not make only Sefer Torah. Beno midadim. Do not make millions of Sidurim. Beno midadim. This means millions of them. It's millions of them there is Sefer Torah. Give money to yeshivot. Say this boy that goes to public school, my cousin has no money for tuition. I pay for my father, Nishmat, I pay for the tuition. Call your cousin right now, summer, Rabotai. In 2 months, all the kids are going to go back to school. Padumek, где твои cousins и куда? Where are they going?
Все еще вот.
You pay for it. Get zechut. Think what you're doing with your money. So that's the Magen Avraham is telling us that you should do, if it's temporary, you have no problem, you're allowed to. Where did the Magen Avraham got it from, Bechor? We have, in Israel, there is a pit of electricity, Takei, yes. I don't know, maybe in America there's also.
Yes.
There is a pit in the middle of the street. You can pick it up. In Israel, you can pick it up.
Чего?
Металлический такой есть cover.
Look.
You pick it up. How you call it? Luke?
Tunnel.
Tunnel такой маленький. Look. You can pick it up. Shabbat, can you pick it up or no?
Right,
Huh?
meant to be.
Let's say you put over there keys before Shabbat. For, I don't know. Something fell inside there. Your wife ring fell inside there. There's a small hole over there. Fell inside. Can you pick it up? Look for the ring or no?
Yes.
Huh? So says the Gemara, it depends.
This is like a door.
If it has a handle, so it shows that it meant to be open and closed. So it's temporary over there. Temporary, no problem. Says Rav Ovadia, the stickers that you have on the diapers, that white part, why is it like this white takoyes? Na diapers, ili na bandage. Why this white thing is over there? That it should stay with us le'olam va'ed forever and ever? No, it's meant to be temporary until the client is gonna buy, he's gonna open. So it's meant to be open, like the handle in the ground that it has a handle. It's meant to be open, and you're allowed to do that. Same thing is the diaper sticker that you have over there, or the bandage sticker that you have over there. It's meant to be open. Glue, because it's meant to be open. No problem for you to separate the white part from the bandage, from the sticker. Got it? But I told you last time, Bechor, when you use bandage on Shabbat, you're not allowed to overlap the bandage. Remember I told you this or no? Why? Because whenever you're overlapping, the glue on top of the bandage is never going to separate. It's very hard. It stays together. What people do on the finger, they take it off. Like this, and it stayed glued. It's not temporary glue. It stays forever. You throw it to the garbage, it stays in the garbage for a decade like this forever. So because it's glue forever, Yosef John, it's a problem on Shabbat to glue forever. You're only allowed to glue bandage on the skin. So if you need to overlap, go diagonally. Diagonally. На русском как сказать ему? Бехор, знаешь, что diagonal?
Диагональ, правильно.
Diagonal?
Диагональ.
Diagonal. This way you didn't overlap on it, you went to the next line. And like this, when you're going to take it out, you're going to take it out without overlapping it. Yeah. Very good. Number 3.
How does the Or Zarua differentiate between sewing and tying in the context of Shabbat, specifically regarding the Bet Chatzavar opening in the garment around the neck and the straps of shoes? In the Chazal era, the manufacture of the garment and the clearance used to tie and stitch the neck opening of the garment, the Or Zarua wrote about the statement, Shabbat 48a, that on Shabbat one may untie the neck opening but not open it. Some wish to infer from this that if the neck was sewn, not just tied, or as the straps of a pair of shoes are glued in sewing, it is prohibited to detach them from each other, as no distinction is made between permanent and non-permanent sewing, unlike the distinction made with knots. However, Rabbi Yosef explained that this refers to the practice of tailors to sew near the neck opening before sewing the entire garment to position the sewing properly, which is not meant to last, and therefore it is permitted to tear it. According to his words, the sewing of a pair of shoes where the straps are sewn and attached is permitted to be torn. Rabbi Yoel Halevi also permits this, explaining similarly to Rabbi Yosef that it refers to when it was sewn, and he sees it as permissible because it was not originally made to last. This is also found written in the name of Rashbam, who permits untying and tearing the lightly sewn neck opening by the craftsman, comparing it to the lid of a barrel, which is not considered a connection because it is not intended to last and to be removed.
Yeah. So Bechor, right now, listen to this. Back in the day, how do you used to keep the osvo hot for a long time?
Yeah.
Что сделали?
Back in the day, in the Gemara days.
Замуровывали.
Very good. They used to put a metal plate
Yes.
inside ugel with a hot osvo. For the heat not to come out, they used to put a metal plate and put cement on Friday. Like this, the heat is going to stay inside. Imagine, Shabbat comes in 4:30 in the winter. They have to eat this osvo the next day, 12 o'clock. It's what is it? 16, 18 hours. How are you going to keep it so hot like this? So they used to seal it like this with cement. Shabbat, are you allowed to come and chisel this out?
Yes.
Why is it
because
allowed?
Cement makes it temporary.
Oh. Глина такая, да. Are you allowed to? It's glue. Glina is gluing it. Are you allowed to break that
Yes,
glue on Shabbat?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
He comes out himself. It dries and it opens himself.
Why? What if it doesn't open itself? I need to get a hammer and a chisel and bam, 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 and open it. Allowed or no?
Мы это говорили, муртар.
Why?
Because it's we gluing it temporary.
Very
Not
good.
for-
So says Ravadia, take this concept and plug it over here. Whenever you are gluing the diaper, it's temporary. The two shoes stitched in between. When you buy new shoes, you have that white plastic that connects the two. Are you allowed to cut it on Shabbat or no?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
You want to use it.
Because it's meant to be separated. Yosef said the right answer. Like the glina, it's meant to be opened. Understand? Very good. Tov. Bechor today asked me another 4 minutes. Bechor, we'll do parasha for you. Beseder? We make you happy. Another 4 minutes we'll do. But don't tell me every night, Patron. Parasha.
Zohar.
Today I give you. Today we have Zohar. Oh, David came today.
So the 5-minute parasha and then the rest door.
Okay, Beseder. Bye. We'll do some parasha. We're left off at number 3. We'll have to explain it tomorrow. Give us, please, behind you. There is a blue chumashim over there. Rashi Meforash.